peaceful, isn't it? There's just one problem with that, though. One very chilling problem. I need you to listen for just a moment. Plug in your earphones and just listen. Do you hear that? No, I didn't think so. All you hear is the wind, right? So, let me just ask you one question. Where are the birds? Tell me, when is the last time you saw a bird? I know for a fact I have not seen one since the government shut down 21 days ago. Something big is happening, folks. Something incredibly disturbing. But it's breaking news daily. Catastrophic events happening almost every single day. Some almost biblical in their proportions. Emotions are high, mental instability is abound, and if you look outside, catastrophic events are building to what can only seem like an impending event. So let's just jump into it. So, China, right? They've recently landed a rover on the dark side of the moon. So that's kind of interesting, just because of the mystery surrounding it. You know, ancient aliens, dark side of the moon. You know, shit doesn't add up. It's a mystery why they would try to land on that side of the moon. But let's dive a little bit deeper into that.
I'll see you on the dark side of the moon.
Let's look at the coordinates that they landed on. So, Cho, he's part of the Lunar Reconnaissance from NASA. He tweeted out on, I believe, Thursday that the lunar module has landed at, I believe, 45.5.04 south, and then it's landed at the 177.604 north. So now let's round up from that. So let's round up 45.5. Obviously, Donald Trump's 45th president of the United States. 0.5. He's halfway through his first term. Maybe it's possibly, second term, since he's only 1 year in. So 1776. Obviously, the year that we gained independence from England. Let's keep those numbers in mind just really quick and look over here. So, just look over here. Stay with me. Stay with me. It's going to get very, very interesting very soon. So on January 20th, 2019, the United States of America and possibly the world will experience a super blood wolf moon. January 20th is that day right there, okay? So, what does it all mean? Supposedly, a few days after this event will happen, Jupiter and Saturn will occupy the exact same spot, making one of the brightest shining stars in the solar system. It's not exactly a star, but it's what the wise men apparently followed in Bethlehem to go meet Jesus. Now, pause. I'd like you to observe this image. Okay, so it's a mirror located inside the Bank of America's corporate center. So, it has esoteric and occult meaning behind it. Another message. Look at the people on the left. They're talking about this boy as if he's the center of conversation of the world, not just their conversation, but as if he's held on a pedestal and brought into the light. There's one man who fits this bill, and that is Donald J. Trump. Never before has a man had so much pressure and attention on him all at one time. He has eyes on him by both those who hate him and those who love him. And coincidentally, the boy in this picture also looks like a young Donald Trump. Halfway through the boy, we get to a red square, indicating something happening in a linear fashion. Like we saw with the Chinese rover, it's going to happen exactly halfway through Trump's term, just like the color red is halfway through the boy. Red, super blood moon. What color is blood? Red. Another interesting aspect of it is underneath the boy's feet is something like a checkered pattern, like a tile, indicating Freemasonry. The Freemasons are an organization that runs in secret, like the Illuminati, except worse. The Jacob's Ladder, or Stairway to Heaven, is on the left, just like around those people, and it leads to where the boy is standing, indicating that this boy comes from a higher power or brought to us by a god. The pyramid in the background, and there's a man underneath a burning tree, and it looks like the man is looking at a cell phone. This can symbolize possibly distraction of the new generation. It's basically humanity being distracted while the tree of life is being destroyed. The tree of life is our traditions, our family, our friends, our communication, our brotherhood, all while the tree of life is being destroyed, not just by distraction, but by confusion. A black hole sun is seen in the sky of the mirror as well. This is a mystery that can mean many, many things. However, there's a hit song by Soundgarden called Black Hole Sun. Coincidentally, Chris Cornell, lead singer and writer of Soundgarden, was found hanging dead. And just as another little coincidence, him and his wife, Vicky, started a campaign to help neglected children, and several celebrities were found dead by suicide or murder who were trying to expose pedophile rings within politics and Hollywood. And I think we can all agree that we just kind of fucking hate pedophiles, right? Everything in the Bank of America indicates everything in our current times and coming times. And we have to admit to ourselves that this is not normal. The current society we're living in is not normal. Dozens upon dozens of high-ranking corporate personnel and politicians have both resigned or died in the past year or so. Some are speculated to be MIA, like George Bush, who was last seen at his father's funeral and has dissipated along with his Twitter account being removed. It's gone. If you do not believe me, you can go check for yourself. I know I did. And it's gone. Many earth changes have been happening along with earthquakes, volcanoes, transformers exploding, landslides, different changes in the earth itself, and even the sun seems to be reacting to something and burning even brighter and hotter than some even remember before. Possibly the most obvious and troubling part of this entire thing is the growing rift between people. People are wishing death and fear and hatred towards one side just because they have different beliefs. It shows a growing shifting of the tide to a more uniform but also disturbing society. This is writing on the wall to indicate that we are headed straight to a near future that we have never seen before in our limited history of mankind. I'm petrified, folks, and you should be too. So join me on January 20th, 2019 over at our Instagram account, link in the bio, @BlankProds, and we will be live streaming at 11:41 p.m. the Super Blood Wolf Moon, and you will see firsthand, as will we, all the occurrences and supernatural events that will happen. Stay safe out there, and I'll leave you with some notable quotes.